The Anasazi, an ancient Native American culture, has long fascinated archaeologists and historians alike. Known for their cliff dwellings and intricate rock art, the Anasazi thrived in the American Southwest from approximately 1000 to 1300 AD. Their sudden disappearance, leaving behind magnificent structures and unanswered questions, has fueled a sense of mystery and intrigue. The story of the Anasazi, known as the Ancient Ones, begins in the American Southwest, where they first settled around the 12th century BC. Initially living a nomadic life, the Anasazi gradually transitioned to a more sedentary lifestyle, cultivating corn, beans, and squash in the river valleys of what is now New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, and Colorado. This agricultural revolution marked the beginning of their rise, allowing for stable communities and the development of complex societies. By the 7th century AD, the Anasazi had established themselves in the region, constructing pit houses that evolved into multi-story pueblo dwellings made of adobe and stone. These pueblos were not only homes but also centers of community life, reflecting a sophisticated understanding of communal living and architectural design. The development of Kivas, large underground ceremonial chambers, indicated a strong spiritual and ritualistic element in their culture. The Anasazi also developed advanced irrigation systems, enabling them to thrive in the arid landscape. Their ability to harness and conserve water through canals and dams was critical in supporting their growing populations. This period saw the proliferation of trade networks, connecting the Anasazi with neighboring cultures and facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultural practices. Art and craftsmanship flourished during this period, with the Anasazi becoming renowned for their pottery, basketry, and intricate rock art. These artistic expressions were not only functional but also held religious and cultural significance, often depicting scenes from their daily life, mythology, and the natural world. Socially, the Anasazi civilization was characterized by a lack of centralized political authority, with communities organized into clan-based systems. The absence of a hierarchical structure is believed to have fostered a sense of equality and communal responsibility, crucial for the survival in a harsh environment. However, by the late 13th century, the thriving Anasazi civilization began to show signs of strain. Evidence suggests that environmental challenges, such as prolonged droughts, along with social and political factors, contributed to the eventual decline and dispersion of the Anasazi people. Their legacy, however, continues to be a subject of fascination and study, offering insights into the resilience and ingenuity of ancient cultures. In this expanded section, we delve deeper into the foundational elements that catalyzed the rise of the Anasazi, setting the stage for a civilization that would leave an indelible mark on the American Southwest. The Anasazi civilization is renowned for its extraordinary architectural achievements, most notably the cliff dwellings and kivas that have captivated scholars and visitors alike. These structures are not only a testament to the Anasazi's architectural ingenuity, but also provide profound insights into their culture, lifestyle, and beliefs. Cliff dwellings. The most iconic and visually striking of these structures are the cliff dwellings, built into the steep canyon walls. The construction of these dwellings began around 1200 AD, a period marked by increased regional conflict and the need for defensible locations. Mesa Verde in Colorado, with its famous Cliff Palace, and the Bandelier National Monument in New Mexico, are prime examples of these sophisticated constructions. The cliff dwellings were typically multi-storied and multi-roomed, indicating that they were designed to house a significant number of people. These structures were built using a combination of sandstone blocks, adobe mortar, and wooden beams, demonstrating a high level of craftsmanship and understanding of materials. The strategic location of these dwellings provided natural defense and maximized agricultural space in the valleys below. Kivas. Equally significant are the kivas, subterranean structures used primarily for ceremonial purposes. Kivas were circular in shape and were often built in conjunction with the above-ground dwellings. The entrance to a kiva was typically a hole in the ceiling, which also served as a smoke vent for the central hearth. The design of kivas is believed to symbolize the Anasazi's cosmological views, with the sipapu, or small hole in the floor of the kiva, representing the portal through which their ancestors emerged into the world. The ceremonial nature of these spaces is further evidenced by the presence of murals and other religious iconography. The architectural choices of the Anasazi reflect more than just their technical abilities, they are indicative of a culture that placed great importance on community, spirituality, and harmony with the environment. The cliff dwellings, with their communal rooms and shared spaces, suggest a society that valued collectivism. The Kivas, as centers of spiritual life, underscore the deep religious and ceremonial aspects of Anasazi culture. The preservation of these structures has allowed modern archaeologists and historians to glean significant insights into the daily lives and spiritual practices of the Anasazi. Their architectural legacy continues to be a focal point of study, offering a window into a past civilization that balanced practical needs with spiritual beliefs, a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the Anasazi people. The Anasazi civilization, thriving in the American Southwest, developed a rich cultural and spiritual life that still fascinates historians and archaeologists today. Their culture was deeply intertwined with their environment, spirituality, and community, creating a complex social tapestry. Spiritual beliefs. Central to Anasazi life was a profound spiritual connection with the land. They practiced a form of animism, believing that spirits resided in natural elements like water, sky, and earth. This spiritual perspective was reflected in their ceremonial practices, often centered around agricultural cycles and the changing seasons. The sun dagger at Chaco Canyon, a unique celestial calendar, exemplifies their advanced understanding of astronomy and its integration into their spiritual life. Ceremonial practices. The Anasazi's ceremonial life was rich and varied. It was deeply connected to their kivas, which were not just architectural marvels, but also sacred spaces for religious ceremonies and community gatherings. The alignment of these kivas and other structures with celestial bodies indicates their interest in cosmology and its influence on their religious practices. Rituals often included dances, music, and offerings, aiming to maintain harmony with nature and seek blessings for their communities. Art and symbolism. Art was a significant part of Anasazi culture, as seen in their pottery, textile work, and rock art. Their pottery, adorned with intricate geometric patterns and symbols, was not just utilitarian, but also a form of artistic expression. These designs often had symbolic meanings, possibly related to their myths and spiritual beliefs. Petroglyphs and pictographs found in the region provide insights into their symbolic world, depicting animals, humans, and abstract forms. Social structure and community life. The Anasazi society was likely organized into clans or kinship groups, with a strong sense of community. Their settlements, with interconnected rooms and shared spaces, suggest cooperative living. The distribution of rooms and storage facilities in their pueblos indicates a communal approach to resource management and living arrangements. Agriculture and trade. Agriculture was the backbone of their economy, with corn, beans, and squash being the primary crops. Their agricultural practices were adapted to the arid environment, including the development of irrigation systems. Trade networks extended across the Southwest, exchanging goods like turquoise, shell, and pottery, indicating a broad network of cultural and economic interaction. Decline and legacy. The decline of the Anasazi culture remains a subject of study and debate. Factors like climate change, resource depletion, and social unrest are often cited. The legacy of the Anasazi is not just in their spectacular ruins, but also in their influence on contemporary Native American cultures in the Southwest. The Hopi and other Puebloan peoples see the Anasazi as their ancestors, with cultural and spiritual traditions that have endured and evolved over centuries. In summary, the Anasazi's cultural and spiritual life was a sophisticated blend of astronomy, art, communal living, and a deep reverence for nature. Their legacy continues to influence and inform our understanding of ancient civilizations and their relationship with the world around them. The enigma of the Anasazi's disappearance from their monumental cliff dwellings in the American Southwest around the end of the 13th century remains one of the most compelling mysteries in North American archaeology. Several theories have been proposed to explain this sudden decline, each highlighting different aspects of environmental, social, and possibly even political factors. Climate change and drought. One of the most widely supported theories suggests that prolonged droughts severely impacted the Anasazi's ability to sustain their agricultural-based society. Paleoclimatic data indicate that the region experienced significant climatic shifts, including prolonged periods of drought during the late 13th century. Such environmental stress would have strained their agricultural systems, leading to food shortages and social upheaval. Resource depletion. The Anasazi's advanced agricultural practices and the growth of their population might have led to overuse of the land. Soil exhaustion and deforestation for timber and firewood could have rendered the environment incapable of supporting their previously flourishing communities. This ecological strain, combined with drought, would have exacerbated living conditions, compelling them to seek more hospitable lands. Social unrest and conflict. Some evidence, including fortified settlements and signs of violence in skeletal remains, suggests that social unrest and increased conflict may have played a role in their decline. Competition for scarce resources during drought periods could have escalated into internal strife or conflicts with neighboring groups. This societal stress might have fragmented the Anasazi communities, leading to migrations and the eventual abandonment of their settlements. Cultural transformation and migration. A more recent understanding among many archaeologists is that the Anasazi did not disappear but rather migrated over time, integrating with neighboring cultures. This view is supported by the continuation of Anasazi traditions in the practices and oral histories of modern Pueblo peoples. The migration theory suggests a gradual movement of populations into areas with more reliable water sources and arable land, leading to a blending of cultures and the emergence of new Pueblan societies. Archaeological insights. Archaeological findings, including pottery styles and architectural influences, trace the movement of Anasazi people towards the Rio Grande Valley and other regions. These migrations likely occurred over several generations, resulting in the spread of their cultural practices and the eventual establishment of new communities. Cultural and spiritual shifts. Some researchers propose that spiritual or cultural shifts might have contributed to the abandonment of the Anasazi's homeland. Changes in religious or societal beliefs, possibly influenced by environmental stresses, could have prompted a collective decision to leave their ancestral homes in search of new beginnings. In conclusion, the disappearance of the Anasazi is likely the result of a complex interplay of environmental, social, and cultural factors. While the mystery continues to fascinate, the prevailing view among scholars is that of transformation rather than extinction, with the Anasazi legacy living on in the cultures of their descendants in the Southwest. The legacy of the Anasazi, also known as the ancestral Pueblans, extends far beyond their mysterious disappearance. Their influence can be seen in the cultural, architectural, and historical landscapes of the American Southwest, and their story offers invaluable insights into the adaptability and resilience of ancient civilizations. Architectural heritage. The Anasazi are renowned for their remarkable architectural achievements, particularly their cliff dwellings and Kivas, ceremonial structures. Sites like Mesa Verde, Chaco Canyon, and Bandelier are testaments to their ingenuity in masonry and urban planning. These structures, built with precise alignments to solar and lunar cycles, reflect a sophisticated understanding of astronomy and a deep connection with the natural world. Today, these sites are not only vital archaeological resources but also UNESCO World Heritage Sites, attracting scholars and tourists from around the world. Cultural continuity. The Anasazi are ancestors of the modern Pueblo peoples, including the Hopi, Zuni, and various Pueblo communities in New Mexico. Many Pueblan traditions, oral histories, and religious practices bear the imprints of Anasazi heritage. This continuity is evident in their art, pottery, weaving, and ceremonial practices, which have been passed down through generations and remain a vibrant part of Pueblo culture. Agricultural innovations. The agricultural techniques developed by the Anasazi, such as irrigation systems and maize cultivation, laid the groundwork for sustainable farming practices in the arid Southwest. Their methods of water conservation, soil management, and crop rotation contributed to the survival and growth of subsequent cultures in the region. Environmental lessons. The Anasazi's experience with environmental change and resource management offers critical lessons for contemporary societies dealing with similar challenges. Their adaptation to and eventual migration from a changing environment serve as a powerful example of how ancient peoples responded to climatic and ecological shifts. Influence on archaeology and anthropology. The study of Anasazi civilization has significantly contributed to the fields of archaeology and anthropology, particularly in understanding societal responses to environmental stressors and the dynamics of cultural transformation. Their sophisticated social structures and communal living arrangements provide valuable models for studying ancient societies. Artistic inspiration. The Anasazi culture has inspired countless artists, writers, and filmmakers. Their iconic cliff dwellings, pottery designs, and mysterious history have been depicted in various forms of media, capturing the imagination of people worldwide. Educational value. The Anasazi civilization is a key subject in educational curricula related to Native American history, archaeology, and environmental studies. Their history offers a window into the lives of one of North America's earliest civilizations, providing valuable lessons on the interplay between humans and their environment. In summary, the Anasazi's legacy is multifaceted, influencing modern Pueblo cultures, contributing to our understanding of ancient civilizations, and offering timeless lessons on adaptation and resilience. Their enduring influence continues to captivate and educate, making their civilization an integral part of North American history. In the conclusion, we will reflect on the significance of the Anasazi in North American history and their role in deepening our understanding of ancient civilizations. The enduring enigma of their disappearance continues to captivate and invites ongoing research and exploration.